Talks. I'm Kathy.
I'm Brenda.
And today we're super stoked about having a special guest with us. Darla DiGrandi-Aguilera is with us. And a little bit about her background. She started her career as a hairdresser and transformed the industry by establishing the first apprenticeship salon, earning accolades like Businesswoman of the Year and Business of the Year. And then over a 19-year career, she built 5 high-end salons, serving 16,000 clients. Wow. And generating $3 million in annual revenue. Amazing. In 2008, she pivoted to an online click and order model, reaching her first million in earnings within 3 years. Today, she's going to share her insights and business secrets with all of us.
And don't forget, she has traveled 48 states this year and several countries last year because she can do that.
Yes. So Darla, let's just share a little bit about your background, because I hear a lot of people saying to me, well, you have to be really wealthy or you have to be really smart in order to succeed in business. Do you believe that that statement is true?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on here, and hello everyone who's watching. It's an honor to be able to come on here and share my story and add any value that I can add in any way, shape, or form for people to see that they can step out and reinvent their life and live the life that they dream about and live it in reality versus wishing for it and hoping for it and dreaming about it. And it is possible. And I'm always honored to share with people. You don't need to know how to spell millionaire to make millions, and you don't have to graduate school to become successful. I'm the poster child. And my story goes back to, I didn't do well in school. You hear that a lot from people. And when you're a girl and you don't do well in school, you go to beauty school. So I went to beauty school. And fell in love with it. You know, I fell in love with being able to make people feel good and that kind of stuff. And I had some mentors when I was young. You know, I always kind of tie my story together with little, it's not until you can look back over life that you can pinpoint things that happened in our life that made us who we are. So in a short story, because my story is very long, my parents divorced when I was 9 and dad wasn't in the picture. Mom worked all the time. And so I spent a lot of time at my friend's house, who fortunately they were really wealthy. So I had my stay-at-home life, my real life, where mom was never home. She was always working. And then I had this other life where it was mom and dad always home and present, and we went everywhere in limousines, and they had butlers and all the high society people hung out at their house and that kind of stuff. And it made an impression on me. But they gave me a piece of advice that stuck. And that piece of advice was, don't work for the boss, be the boss. Don't work for the boss, Darla, be the boss.
Love it.
Yeah. And it was $1 million tip because it was ingrained in my brain. I didn't understand it at the time until I went and got my first job. And I studied the boss. I studied what they did to become successful. And I went out on my own at a very young age with no money and everyone told me I was crazy, totally crazy. And ended up growing to be in the top 200 fastest growing salons in the country, the highest prices in town, catering to all the elite with a 6-week waiting list with 16,000 clients. And I did that this little girl, all on her own, because I learned the secrets of how to build a network, regardless if it was traditional business or untraditional or modern or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter what we do. If you're going to be successful in any kind of business or anything, you need a large group of, some people call them followers. Some people call them fans. If you're a musician, they're fans. They're customers if you own a business. They're believers if you have a church. You know, any successful anything is filled with people. That is a network of people. And so I got really good at learning how to build the network of people back then. And then came this lovely thing called the crash of 2008. Mm-hmm. And that's what pivoted a lot of people's world back then in 2008. And it was the hardest time of my life, just like what we went through with the big C when the world shut down. It put a lot of businesses out of business, a pandemic, a crisis, an upturn in the economy, a crash, whatever you want to call it. Those things happen and they cause people to have to pivot. And that's what happened to me. And that's when I transitioned from brick and mortar business to click and order business. Brick and mortar means a building, a standalone building where you can only service somebody's dog is barking.
That's my dog.
A brick and mortar business is where you can only service people that are in your backyard. A click and order business was born when the World Wide Web, remember when it was called that? The internet was born. And that's when people transitioned from doing business through brick and mortar through click and order. So I just changed how I do business the same way, because business is business. It doesn't matter. You have to build customers that are loyal to you, that moves money between transactions. That's business, whether it's haircuts or restaurants or car washes or painting or whatever. It doesn't matter. Every business under the sun requires a transaction between a customer to a product or a service for a profit. So I just pivoted to online, where there's no business hours, no overhead, no employees, no inventory, just the stress is so the comparison of stress is so different. There is very much ease and flow when you don't have employees and all that. I had $150,000 a month overhead. My payroll is $55,000 every 2 weeks. I mean, I had stress in that world. To be able to get rid of that is so refreshing, and it just required a pivot. And it just so happened to be in network marketing. I didn't even know it was in network marketing till after I got started. That's a whole other story. I could spend an hour telling you about how that story happened.
That's so awesome, Darla, that, it's also a mind shift, right? A mindset shift as well. And we all learn about mindset shift. So you went from traditional to now network marketing.
And it's the same thing as traditional business. In network marketing, you connect a customer to a product or a service, and then you teach somebody else how to connect a customer to a product or a service. What was I doing in my hair salon? I taught them how to do hair, and then I taught those people how to teach an assistant, a new hairdresser, how to do hair. And then I taught them all how to go get customers and how to connect them with products and services. It just so happened to be shampoos and conditioners, haircuts, colors, highlights, manicures, pedicures. So it's the same methodology. It's the same formulation. It's just pivoting it from transaction-based business, where I was going to die in those salons, and I had to keep showing up and turning on the lights. And if employees and customers didn't show up, I didn't make money. That's called transaction-based business, meaning you have to do it over and over and over and over again. When you get into network marketing, you're doing the same thing, except for it's layered on a residual leveraged business model, not a singular transaction business model. So, for example, I've been in network marketing for 16 years. I have built many companies, and still today, I am a serial entrepreneur. I build many network marketing companies. If I died today, none of the money stops dropping into my bank accounts. Where in my salons, even though I was doing all that money, if I died, that business was out of business. It wasn't going to continue to run and grow without me, right? I was the business. And so that's what I tell people all the time. If you're going to trade your time for money, learn how money's made. So many people do not understand how money's made. There's hourly wages, there's salary, there's commission sales, there's leverage, there's investments, there's residual leverage money. There's different types and ways that money pays, but you still do the same thing to create each one of the money. You trade the time for it. So when I learned about network marketing, what I learned is I could put the effort in like I put in before, only this type of effort will continue to pay me after I'm dead and gone. I still collect paychecks today from companies I did 12 years ago that I haven't been in for 8 years now. And I haven't purchased a product or anything, but I still collect a check from them, from a couple of them, because of customers that are still buying that product all around the world. I don't even know who they are. I could go look in my back office and figure it out, but I don't. And that is why. So in my salons, I could only get my 49, I could only have 49 employees, because if I hired the 50th one, it threw me over into this ridiculous tax bracket. So I had to stay at 49 all these years. And we can only service 16,000 clients. We were maxed. Where here in network marketing, I have hundreds of thousands of customers all around the world that are being serviced by their friends sharing something with them that's working for them. And it's really that simple.
Yeah, it's all about building relationships.
100%.
And referrals.
And that is the foundation to it all. You know, if I didn't learn, I did something very different and unique in my salons to grow my businesses, because I didn't have money for marketing. But I grew very quickly from just this little dropout girl who went to beauty school, who started with no money, just renting a chair in a little salon, to be in the top 200 fastest growing salons because of this one thing that I did. And that was, I sent cards to every single customer. My mother taught me this. And she would make us kids, when we were little, write thank you cards for every birthday present and every gift we ever got. And we hated it, but she implanted in us the value of showing appreciation. It made us the most liked kid. And it made us, I remember at Christmas time, we would get hundreds of Christmas cards in the mail. And it was my job to tape it on the 70s wall paneling, wood panels, you know, tape it all over, and I tape all these Christmas cards. And I didn't know that that wasn't everybody's house. I didn't know. I thought everybody's house had that at Christmas time. It wasn't until I got older did I find out, no, that was my mom's house, because my mom knew how to show appreciation and gratitude to people and taught it to her children. And so I used to have a little index box, index cards with the little index files, and it said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z. And then I had another box that was January through December. And every customer, I'd write their name, their address, their birth date, and I'd put the one in this box, and then I'd put another one in, I'd put their name in the birthday box. And every night I'd write a thank you card, I'd write a birthday card, and if I got their anniversary, I'd write an anniversary card, and I would do this. And then every salon that I built, I implemented this methodology in every salon, even to the point that our salons had mail rooms where that's all the employees did, was sit and send cards. It's crazy.
I mean, it was also network marketing is how we met you.
Yeah, well, and then I find out there's a company that actually does it automatedly for you that I didn't even know existed until after.
And it's amazing.
It is. And so that company, that service today allows me to, I send about 600 cards a month, 600. I do no marketing. I do no advertising. And every day on a daily basis, I get dozens of people who reach out to me to bring messages to me, thank me, tell me how I made them feel, all this kind of stuff. And that is who does business with you. Those people do business with me. They watch me because of the way I make them feel.
I found that too. When I send cards and people really appreciate it, and they give you a phone call and they say, you're the only birthday card I got, or the only Christmas card I got. It makes you feel so good that you were able to reach out. When you think of that person, it's a message from above to contact that person for some unknown reason to you, but important for them. So I totally get that's all part of the relationship building that everyone should be doing when they're running a business, any kind of business.
During my success of the salon industry, I became a salon consultant where I started teaching other salons how to become top salons. And this is before the internet. I mean, I used to have to fly to their state and, back and forth, fly to them and do all the, write stuff in the mail, and thank God for technology, right? And so I taught them this. And then once I found send out cards and got, as you guys learned, I started teaching businesses this and implemented the system into my business coaching, where I teach business owners and traditional businesses and networkers. And I work with anybody who builds a network, teaching them how to build their network. And that's one of the systems. And so even in all of my network marketing businesses, I teach it to my networkers how to use it so that they can learn how to build relationships, create retention, get referrals, and become heart-centered and become a friend versus just a salesman.
Yeah.
So how would you compare a traditional business to a networking business? Tell us the benefits of, well, was there
Well,
benefits in a traditional and the benefits of networking?
They're the same. Business is business. It's just that traditional business has a ceiling and walls on it. So therefore it's limited to whoever can drive to your building. And you have to get them to walk through a door in traditional business, where in network marketing, it's done through click and order business through the internet. So my customers are all over the world now, instead of just in the city where I was born and raised, where my salons were.
And you also mentioned a word, a residual income. What is residual income? What is that?
Money that pays you over and over and over and over again for a one-time effort. So I like to use, analogies like the kiosk in the mall that sells cell phones. That's a residual income business. Okay, there's all kinds of businesses in there. There's stores of every kind, and then there's these kiosks. The kiosk owners learned about residual income, and the other stores didn't learn about residual income. So when you go buy a cell phone at a kiosk, you walk up to the counter, you buy your cell phone, and you fill out this contract, and away it goes to the AT&T or Verizon or whatever head office. What the customer doesn't realize is every month that you pay your cell phone bill, that kiosk owner, franchise owner, gets a percentage of your bill every single month. So that's residual income, something that you're able to sell once and get a residual, get paid on it over and over and over again. So here's
Cool.
another analogy. So let's just say that you are a car salesman. Imagine if you could sell a car and get a percentage off of the car payment every month that person you sold the car to pays their car payment. That would
or the
be residual
gas,
income.
or the gas that they put into their car,
Yeah.
to keep it running.
And I tell people all the time, our bills are residual bills. The bills that come to our house to
Every
live
month.
every month. We can't say, nah, I don't want to pay it. Unsubscribe me. No, it doesn't work like that. So if you have residual bills and you make residual income that equal the amount of your bills, then you're free. So that's what I love about network marketing. Somebody who makes a $50 residual income check a month has a $50 gas bill, right? In their home. Okay, you just washed out that gas bill. Now let's go for your house payment. Build your residual income up to $2,000 or $3,000, whatever your house payment is. Now your house payment's covered every single month. This is what I teach people. Build residual income to match your residual bills, then build it bigger to match the lifestyle that you want to live. And then now this money's coming in over and over and over and over and over again while you're living life, which is how we've gotten to be able to do the life that we do and live as digital nomads. We spent all last year traveling 20 countries. This year, we've been traveling the country coast to coast and just finished the 48th state to check off the whole US 2 days ago.
Will you be doing Canada next?
Um,
Hint, hint.
Canada won't let us in their country.
Oh,
Why not?
Because they have all these rules about if you have ever had a DUI or something like that, and my husband's had one, so they don't let you
I think you
in.
just need a passport.
so you were talking about teaching people on how to do this network marketing. So tell us a little bit about your courses you got going on.
So I've been coaching for years, for decades, and I do the same thing I've always done. I just layered it on network marketing. And so when I got in my first network marketing company, made my first million in 3 years, 4.5 years later, that company went out of business and I was broke overnight again. And I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. So then I got started in another network marketing company and I built that one up very quickly because I know how to build networks, right? I know how to build networks. I know how to create the know, love, like, feel thing in masses of people so that I have followers and believers, supporters, fans, and customers. Okay. That's networking. And so then I built again quickly in the next company. And then that company went out of business as well, because companies go out of business every day, regardless if they're brick and mortar or network marketing, non-traditional, traditional. It's just business. Business is business. It has nothing to do with, that's why I don't want to do a network marketing company. No, let me tell you, I can give you more reasons of why I wouldn't want to do a traditional business than a network marketing company. A long list. And so then it was during that time that I said, why is this happening to me? I'm so good at building networks, but why do I keep, and then it hit me like a brick. It hit me like a light bulb moment. It's because I have all my eggs in one basket, just like in my salons. I had all my energy, time, and money going into the salon industry. Then a world crisis comes and shuts down the salon industry, and I'm out of business. And then I went, I got it. I'm going to diversify and I'm going to build multiple streams of diversified residual leveraged income so that I'm stable, so that if something goes out of business, it won't affect me, because when something goes down, something always goes up. And so that's what I did. I just started building network after network for different company, different company, different company. And it's no different than in my salons. People think, oh, how can you build more than one company? It's your mindset that makes you think that you can't. Every business under the sun sells more than one product to their customers or one service to their customers. In my salons, I had $50,000 worth of retail inventory that was shipped to me every month that I couldn't refuse. It was all part of the deal of being franchised. And I had curly hair, oily hair, fried, damaged hair, processed hair, thinning hair, normal hair, then all the skin lines, blonde hair, red hair, all the things for all the different types of hair. I didn't use them all, but I sold them all. A customer would walk in the door. I would assess them, ask them a few questions, and find their need of what they need, and I would sell it to them. And so then I took the same thing into the network marketing space and continued teaching people how to build their networks, but how to now become diversified and build multiple streams of income. I have many clients who are in 5 and 6 and 7 of my businesses, because I have things that they need to fill a need in their life for their life to grow, whether it be their health or their business or their relationships or whatever. I've got something that can help them. Then I take it to the next level, where when I have somebody who wants to learn how to create a yes life, I'm called a yes life coach, which, by the way, I have a free yes life workshop that you guys are all more than welcome to have. And it goes over how we did it all. And so you can see the vision, and you can get that at yeslifecoach.com. Just fill out the little thing and an email will automatically go to you at yeslifecoach.com. Okay. So then now what I do is I teach people how to build diversified streams of residual leveraged income so that they can create the income to be able to own their life and time. Our life isn't for everyone. We know not everybody wants to travel the world and live out of suitcases and backpacks and, do all this traveling. We know that. It's our lot. That was our thing we wanted to say yes to. My husband retired from traditional work. He was a COO, corporate America guy, and he finally took the leap of faith and let me mentor him and set him free. And so he found his yes life 3 years ago, and we've been a yes life couple ever since, traveling the world. It's just beautiful. But that's what I do, is I teach people how to, because people don't stop and think about the careers that they have or the jobs that they're in or the network marketing company that they've decided to join, or they don't think about where those paths are going to lead them. They just think, oh, I like this and I'm going to do this, or oh, I like this product and I'm going to sell this, or oh, I like this career, it makes me feel good, I think I could do this, or I got a great job. They don't stop to think about where is that going to lead you in the next 3, 6, 10 years? Where is it going to take you? They want this life that's over here, but they're headed in that direction and it'll never take them there. It's kind of like people who get in the salon industry or become manicurists or hairdressers or plumbers or electricians or mechanics, anybody that works with their hands. Let's just put it that way. People who go and get jobs and careers where they work with their hands, they can't ever be free. They can't ever raise their children, travel the world, do all the things that they wanted to do because they need their hands connected to transactions in order to keep making money. They can't hold their children if they're using their hands, right? They can't do all the things that they want to do if their hands are engaged. It's learning how to make money where other people's hands go to work for you. Other people's hands keep paying forward and passing forward other people's hands and other people's hands.
And that's called leverage.
Layered on a residual income business model. And there's lots of things too about understanding network marketing. You got to get in the right company that fits the path that you want to go on, and there are many network marketing companies out there, but many of their comp plans will not set you free. They're not designed to set you free.
You also, for myself, I gotta be able to present something that I'm very passionate about. I can't present something if I don't believe in it, right? My cousin, it's funny you're talking about the blue collar worker. My cousin used to call that a millionaire's lifestyle on a beer budget.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, like now in Canada, I think like we're paying like, what was it, 55%, 65% on taxes. Your job income, you're dishing out 65% of your income on taxes now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know.
California.
And then when you reach retirement, a lot of times the money ends, depending on what kind of a job you had. But if you're working with your hands, you can't do that anymore. Where's the money going to come from?
Right?
Yep.
Exactly. So Darla, we're going to end today, and I want to thank you so much for being on today. We really appreciate having you on and you sharing your knowledge, and it's just like some of the things you said just blew me away.
Awesome. And just to let you know, I am running a sale this month for my birthday.
My birthday too, so it's our sale.
Yay! On my coaching packages. And those can be found at darlad.com. Just click on the little Work with Darla button, and those are on sale this month if you're looking for help and mentorship.
And we will be posting. We will be posting the link down below, so you guys can find Darla and join one of her courses. Life courses.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much, Darla.
Yes to me when I asked you to come on.
That's one thing I've learned is always say yes, because God or the universe is aligning something.
When she told me, Darla, I was like, "What? Get out of here! No way!" But our lovely Kathy did it.
Thank you. Yep, the answer is always no if you don't ask, right, Kath? If you ask enough people, you'll get a yes.
I'm learning that.
All right, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Darla.
Bye-bye.
Bye.